Archaeologists opened 18 tombs on Egypt's northwestern coast, and inside the mouths of the dead were 24 thin pieces of gold shaped like the one thing a corpse should not need anymore: a tongue. Welcome back to the sands, where history gets strange, because 18 tombs were found on Egypt's coast, and in the mouths of the dead, 24 golden passports. Not jewellery, not treasure in the usual greedy sense, speaking permits for the afterlife. The case file is fresh. On July 4, 2026, Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities announced the discovery at Marina El Alamein, about 100 kilometers west of Alexandria, at a site widely identified as ancient Leukaspis or Leukaspis. That matters. This was a Ptolemaic and Roman coastal city, a place where ships, languages, gods, taxes, and dead people all crossed borders. Since the site was discovered in 1986, the excavated tomb count has now climbed to 44. The Underworld Passport Office just opened another drawer. And the drawer had levels. The new group includes 11 rock-cut hypogeum and 7 limestone-built surface tombs, which is archaeologist language for some burials went down into the earth and some announced themselves in stone above it. A few underground tombs reportedly reached around 8 meters deep. Several were still sealed with their original stone slabs. That is not internet fog. That is a locked archive with the dust still on the paperwork. Then comes the suspect on the table: the gold. Mission Director Iman Abdelkalek reported 24 gold funerary pieces placed inside the mouths of several deceased individuals. Careful here, because Egypt attracts nonsense like a torch attracts moths. These were not preserved biological tongues. They were thin gold foils, funerary amulets, placed where speech would have lived. The visa becomes a courtroom microphone. The dead are not silent bodies anymore. They are witnesses preparing testimony before divine judges. That is the part that makes the hair stand up. In Egyptian belief, gold was linked to divinity, permanence, protection, rebirth, the flesh of the gods, if you want the old phrase with the weight still in it. Amulets placed on mummies or within wrappings were meant to transfer power to the dead. So a golden tongue was not decoration, it was function. Restored senses, restored voice. The ability to answer when the underworld asked for your name, your deeds, your truth. And this is where the story starts to shift, because Leukaspis was basically a Mediterranean customs office. Greek names in the air, Roman power on the horizon, Alexandria nearby pulling trade and empire through the coast like a tide. Cultures changed uniforms here, but Egypt's afterlife bureaucracy still ran the gate. Some travelers went first class, with stone tombs or even a granite sarcophagus. Some went quietly underground. The rule stayed the same. If you reached the underworld, you needed a voice. So the strangest object here is not really the gold. It is the fear underneath it, the identity, the permission slip. These people lived in a world shaped by Greek and Roman power, but when death arrived, they still wanted the old documents. Buried beneath the sand was not just a cemetery, it was a checkpoint. And 24 of the dead were still carrying their golden papers. And remember, the sands still keep their secrets. Put the next clue on the evidence table: lost tech, royal cover-up, underworld ritual, or cosmic map. Because Egypt did not leave us answers, it left us evidence.